when I found out about the history of the song, the fact that it was in the very beginning of the band was already Oasis. It went from Rain to Oasis without Noel. Noel was then, rung up on the phone saying, "Hey, come on over and jam." They jammed and they partied and did acid and coke, whatever. They just jammed and jammed. And this song was turned from a jam into, they put a few words here, there, and became a song. But I think that I would probably guess, and I think that this song like meant something to them. It was probably a hell of a time. They probably, bonded as a band. And that every time they picked up the instruments and started playing those chords and started playing that song, that there's something just magically just came out through, in and just people picked up on that. And I'm being serious right now because I do believe
Yeah.
in that
If
sort
it's
of
popular,
that
if it's well liked, yeah, then.
but that there's just this something that the way they're playing the chords and Noel's going up and down and just hitting this, just there's this energy that's going that's being conveyed through the instruments on this song. And I think because that whole band enjoys that song, it means something to them, probably the first time that they really absolutely connected as a band.
Hey, welcome back to Into the Music. I'm here with Greg. My name is Chris, and today Greg is going to react to a song that he's going to react to a live version of a song that I reacted to recently. Uh, and the name of the song is Columbia. It's by Oasis.
Right.
Okay. And I think we're dropping both versions, right, on the same
Yes,
day,
we
I
are.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this was somebody had gone on our Ko-fi link and they bought us a couple of cups of coffee. So they get two requests out of that.
Yeah.
And these songs were requested by someone named the Garden Constructor.
Right.
And, if you'd like to have a guaranteed reaction done for a song of your choosing, if you look at the link below the title
Yep.
on our title page for the video, just click on that. It'll bring you right to that site, tell you what to do. So anyway, so this is Oasis with Columbia, the live version, one of the live versions anyway.
Yeah.
And Greg, you're going to react to it, have a good time. I know you like this band, so let me know what you think.
I will. I'm off now. I'm
All
going.
right.
I'm going down by the sea.
Oh, because this is the Down by the Sea live version. Okay.
I'm bringing it back. So that riff right there. I mean, I just fell in love with that riff. I guess it kind of grew on me. If you check out the reaction to the studio version that we just dropped same day, I explained where I think I would just have this CD sort of on loop, and then it just got to a point where I just was like, I think this is my favorite song, and I just love this song. This riff really grew on me. So let me bring it back a bit. You know, sorry about that. All right, let's go.
All this confusion, nothing's the same to me. I can't tell you the way I feel because the way I feel is so new to me. I can't tell you the way I feel because the way I feel is so new to me.
All right, it's my last bring back, and then I'll let it ride out because another reason why I love this song so much are those combined vocals between Liam and Noel, where they just combine to like, I can't tell you the way I feel. I don't know why that's so brilliant, but it is. It's brilliant. It's just such a catchy, groovy, just riffy type of vocals. It just is. Um, it's what makes the song for me. Well, not the only thing, but it might be like the icing. You need to have icing on a cake, right? Well, that's the icing on the cake. All right, let's ride it out. was great. That was fun. I loved it. I loved the song, and let's see what Chris has to say about the live version. I'm not expecting a lot, but I don't care, and neither should you guys and gals and everyone out there who love Oasis and love this song, because it's definitely worth. I mean, it's absolutely all the adulation, all the love for this song. It's definitely well deserved, and I'll try to go into that a little bit and try to articulate that a little bit more to Chris on the flip side. All right, cool. Hey, I'm back. I'm back from checking out the live concert. That was fun. I really wish I was there. Although a lot of young people way much younger than me, if I was actually in that audience like right now, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Who's the old guy? Get out of here!"
He's probably chaperoning his teenager.
Yeah. Well, the video opens up with like these young kids, like I mean, brand spanking young. They're like
Brand spanking young.
maybe not that young, but they were like really young teenagers, and they were just having the time of their life. I mean, why not? They were mom and dad let them go check out Oasis, and Oasis was rocking the freaking stage off. It started with this real heavy sort of distortion sound, which is cool, and then it got right into the song. So I don't know, like quality wise, this was the best that I could find for this version for this live performance. So as far as I was trying to get like the best quality. So hopefully,
it's kind of hard, especially with non-studio versions of.
Yeah. I think the trade-off is the live performance. What you're seeing, visually, on the stage, watching the band. I think the trade-off is really getting a good feel for how they were as a live band. Their movements. Not really a moving around band that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're kind of stand and place band. Old school kind of.
But I thought that knowing the song, first off, this is actually one of my favorites, like top 3 favorite songs of Oasis.
Right.
And so the Garden Constructor requested very wisely. Well, at least when it comes to me. And I do think that Oasis really did the song, true, to the way it sounds in the original, the studio.
It sounded pretty close.
It sounded pretty close. And I mean, it's not that complicated of a song.
Well, it's a pretty and
it's sort of straightforward jam. Yeah,
there's not that many instruments in it.
But also, like even right, yeah, it's just hard rocking, a couple guitars, the rhythm, and then Noel is just wailing out on the lead, but the harmonies though, in the very minimal sort of lyrics that are sung in the song, when they do that sort of combination, I stopped it a couple of times, the video, and
what a surprise.
Yeah, and one of the times that I stopped it was to really talk about that particular combination, the vocal combo, that, I mean, it's nothing like, I mean, I guess you're not gonna like put it down. The Beach Boys, yeah, you're right. Wax poetic, McCartney and Lennon McCartney.
It's not Crosby, Stills, and Nash with their 3-part harmonies.
Right. Well, like I said, Lennon McCartney, right up there. No, but it does speak to the charm of the song. There's something about that particular part that always got me, and I think I was telling you, Chris, in our reaction to the original, the studio, where, this was from their first album, Definitely Maybe. And I would just have the CD almost on loop, and it would just, the song would just across. And it was one of those songs that just sort of like, I think I actually really like that song.
When did the original come out again?
If I actually pull out the homework from the other one,
okay.
1994. 1994. Yeah. Okay. And
I was listening to a lot of grunge in 94.
And you were, yeah, that's right, Nirvana.
Yeah. I was more leaning towards that. I was never a big Oasis fan. No. As he subsequently found out. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, there's always time.
No, I know a couple of songs that were the biggest, and beyond that, and this, they're good. I just never felt, any curiosity to hear more of their
Yeah.
stuff. Like I said, I was listening to a lot of new stuff that was more of the grunge stuff. So that kept me busy with novelty.
Yeah. And it was a band that I was really, I was still kind of trying to figure them out, right? Because I didn't really discover the Stone Roses until like much later in the 2000s. And the Stone Roses from Manchester, they were, and then Oasis followed them. A few bands did. You know, that area, that city has just produced amazing amount of fantastic bands. Just folks, just go right down the line of our 150 or so videos, and you'll find a lot of good Manchester bands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Oasis, they came out with a song called, I think it was called "Live Forever," and that was the first time I heard this band.
I don't know
And I
that one.
love that song. I love that song. I'm not gonna probably give it to you because Liam's singing it, and I'm not gonna trust you. I'm not gonna entrust any more Liam sung songs with
You
you.
know, I have
You know?
very strong feelings about it.
Yeah. Because it just doesn't usually work out. But there's some Noel sung songs,
Yeah.
Noel sung songs, and that
Yeah.
and that I think that, and there's one, and I said this in the other version, the other reaction we just dropped in same day today, that I'm not gonna say the name, but I think there's hope. I think there's hope. It's sung by Noel, and it's probably not one that anyone out there right now is thinking that, I know which one. I'm probably gonna surprise you, and I'm rolling the dice on this. I actually think I'm going to say it right now. Chris is going to come back and he's going to say, maybe not being an Oasis fan, but he's going to be like, all right. The glass is now from half empty or really empty to maybe half full, you know?
Okay. We'll see. Here's the deal. I don't think you know, when certain food you eat, or you know, we were talking about coffee earlier. You drink coffee, you got receptors in your brain for caffeine, right? If you don't have those receptors, that caffeine is not going to change you. It's not going to do anything. You have to have those receptors. I think I'm lacking Oasis receptors. It's probably a genetic thing. I'd have to check with the rest of my family and our medical history and all, you know, find out if we have that missing that gene that you know creates the receptors there or activates them. And so it's just not happening. It's just not happening with me.
Okay.
Can I say? But that said, I will listen to something else you give me. Buddy.
I'll go halfway on that. I will say
well, that's requested. I mean, keep requesting stuff.
Right. Yeah. And right now, I'll say right now that whole receptor thing that you just, you know, I'll buy that for Liam. You're not recepting, your brain's not recepting for anything sung by Liam.
It's the voice. It's his voice. It's not really the music. It's so much.
Well, but to be fair, right? I mean, to be honest, I mean, you know, you've had some complaints about
in the other songs the other songs of theirs we reviewed, other than this song, well, we only did one other one, right? These two,
we did Supersonic
versions of this.
We did Supersonic.
Yes.
And so this is our third one now.
So musically, you know, there's something going on there. And the same thing for when the songs that I know, the real popular ones.
Yeah.
Of theirs. But this song, you know, again, even in the live version, when they do that jam thing, and you mentioned it when we did the video for the live, the studio version.
Yeah.
That you love that jam and stuff. And I just don't. I don't.
I love the jam.
There's got to be more to it. And without peaks and valleys, I just don't think it worked. It just doesn't work for me.
And you know what struck me about that jam and about why I think I love it so much? And I think that goes to a lot of, you know, that's like when it comes like, wow, you really like that song? You know, I don't really like, you know, we're not the only two that, you know, where we're split down the middle of liking something.
Yeah, and some people love it, right?
So and I was thinking about this when I was watching the live version. It kind of like hit me, you know, because I was like, I really love this jam, but like, why do I think there's something that comes off from that band when they were playing that song. When I found out about the history of the song, the fact that it was in the very beginning of the band. The band was already Oasis. It went from Rain to Oasis without Noel. Noel was then, rung up on the phone saying, "Hey, come on over and jam." And they jammed and they partied and did acid and coke, whatever. They just jammed and jammed. And this song was turned from a jam into, they put a few words here, there, and became a song. But I think that I would probably guess, and I think that this song like meant something to them. It was probably a hell of a time. They probably, bonded as a band. And that every time they picked up the instruments and started playing those chords and started playing that song, that there's something just magically just came out through, and just people picked up on that. And I'm being serious right now, because I do believe
yeah,
in that
if
sort
it's
of
popular,
that,
if it's well liked, yeah, then.
but that there's just this something that the way they're playing the chords, and Noel's going up and down and just hitting this, just there's this energy that's going, that's being conveyed through the instruments on this song. And I think because that whole band enjoys that song, it means something to them, probably the first time that they really absolutely connected as a band, and so that's kind of my guess. But yeah. But yeah, I'm so glad that I saw this. I saw them play live. I mean, I've seen them, on video before, but not this song. So this is really cool, and I really hope that that Oasis fans out there are really going to enjoy these two reaction videos, this one and the other one, and
don't
yeah,
let what I say discourage you. Everybody likes their own thing, and I would never want to take that away from anybody or
no, of
discourage
course
them
not.
from
Yeah,
checking out certain bands.
yeah, and
So I'm in the minority, I think. Yeah.
yeah, and Chris is going to be, he's going to be, a good soldier. I don't think
Yes.
and he's gonna a good egg, right? And you're gonna react to the song that I have in mind, and that'll be maybe like in a week or so, and then we'll see. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Chris, this was good, man. Have a good day. Good
I'll
night.
take this out.
It looks like it's nighttime over there, so have a good night.
Yeah,
And
it's duskish, So, all right. You have a good night as well.
yeah,
You all have a good night or day or morning, or midnight out there. And thanks for watching Into the Music. And we'll catch you next time on Into the Music.
see ya.